Anyway, so for tonight, we are here with Let's Get Together. And I started on time. Note that. No, I'm kidding. I'm normally pretty timely. Um, let's get together tonight. And I'm just making sure that we're good. Lighting and all that looks pretty good. Anyway, we're doing January's paper pumpkin kit, which is Lovely Lavender. And Lovely Lavender's January's paper pumpkin kit. You can sign up now for February's, and I've already forgotten what it is, so we'll talk about that some other time. Yeah, but the new thing, okay, we have a lot of changes coming to Paper Pumpkin for those that are not subscribers but have been interested. So from here forth, 3 months will semi-coordinate. So January, February, March will all kind of coordinate together. And think about the creative power of that. And another change, and I don't know if it's in January's or is it starting in February. I think it's starting in February. I'm already opening my kit. And I've got a lot to share tonight. So this is the stamp set that goes with the Paper Pumpkin. I'm not going to waste time talking about the monthly subscription of Paper Pumpkin other than it's awesome. And if you are not a subscriber and you are someone that has FOMO, you are missing out. I am telling you. You want to get on the Paper Pumpkin bandwagon, especially with the changes that are coming. And so our kit this month includes just a little something for you. Love, love that love. Happy Valentine's Day. Some leafy things, which would be great. And with. Does that stand for something? Or is it just with? Oh, you could do with love. Hello. With love or something. Maybe the kit uses it. And our little ink spot this month is Gorgeous Grape. Fantastic. I'm not sure I have a Gorgeous Grape ink spot, so I'm kind of excited to get that. And don't forget to get your ink refills so you can use your ink spots forever and ever. And let's open up our precious little Poo Party tissue paper carefully and not to rip it, because that's just the goofball that I am. Yes, I know. That's just me. That's a Sandy thing. And like I said, I do use it. I've said it many times. I do use it elsewhere. And it's nice to have nice, pretty tissue paper that isn't just plain white. And I'm going to stick this aside. And don't forget, the boxes can be reused again and again. You can just flip them. So out, inside is out, is what I wanted to say, not outside is in. And you know what? I actually, feeling special tonight, I actually washed off my block. This isn't the Paper Pumpkin block. I just grabbed one of our D-sized blocks. And I actually washed it off for tonight. I'm kind of proud of that. It's all nice and clean. Doesn't happen very often. I haven't had a block cleaning party in a while, but I did grab that instead of Paper Pumpkin block, just because, partly because it was so dirty. But either works. When you get your first month of Paper Pumpkin, if you didn't know, you get a block to use again and again that is sized to work with our Paper Pumpkin subscription stuff. So we have a lot more. We also have a lot more kits coming, card kits and other kits. Tons. I got to see a sneak peek today. Oh my gosh, you guys. While I open up my kit here. Oh my gosh. That just. I may have had a shopping problem today because I got a pre-order since I'm a demo. You want to be a demo, get access to that, early access to that stuff. Sign up now during celebration and you get that free juicy glass map, which I have not started using yet. I will be doing that soon, possibly tomorrow, because if you also don't know and just follow me on Let's Kit Togethers, I have been challenged by a group of demonstrators that I'm a part of to go live every month in February, and I am up to that challenge. So for the odd days, I will be live on Facebook, in the even days on Instagram. I've never gone live on Instagram, and I'm kind of excited for that challenge. So my phone's tilting. Yeah, well. So challenge accepted, as it were. And they will be mostly crafty things. Today I talked about another part of my business. I do, offer more than Let's Kit Togethers. So this kit, I brought my catalog this time. I actually planned a little bit just because I figured with the name of the kit calling Lovely Lavender that I knew it went with. So I have my mini catalog. That's this one. This is the US version. And starts on page 22 of the catalog and goes to page 25. Yep, 25. The Perennial Lavender Suite, the Lovely Lavender Paper Pumpkin Kit goes with it, and I believe February and March will also coordinate with it. And I thought that there is some special order little like 4-piece die set that coordinates with all this too. Available only to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So there are lots of perks to being. If you haven't been a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in a while, come back. You want to come back now. Again, with a lot of changes we're making. They're making changes to the stamp set too. And I can't remember what they were, but something so there's some kind of sheet, that a printout that'll show what the stamps are. What I've always done in the past is I take, the little plastic and I ink up the whole. I take a quarter sheet of cardstock, I ink up the entire stamp set at once, plop it down. That's my reference sheet, and then I'll write in the corner, handwrite, or you can make labels if you really want to be extra bougie. The month of the kit and the ink spot that went with it. I've been doing that for a long time for the kits that I save. I don't save all kits. When they're done, sometimes the pieces get separated and they go elsewhere. But that's one thing that I recommend is to take a quarter sheet of cardstock. You could even cut it smaller. But a quarter sheet is nice and easy to work with. And I just ink up this whole thing, stamp it down. That way I know what images were in it, words and all of that. And then write down a little pertinent information. And that's one way I keep organized with Paper Pumpkin. So I'm just blowing in here. I wanted to talk about putting that aside. This kit coordinates with the Perennial Lavender Suite in the mini catalog that is current right now, pages 22 to 25 in the US version. Different pages if you're elsewhere. I did not get the whole suite. If I did, I have lost a bundle, but I don't believe I ordered it. I did not order the Painted Lavender bundle, which is the more, it's the image part of this big suite. It's a mega suite. And the dies. I love the dies. It was a personal choice. But I did get the perennial postage part of it. And I can show you that. I have not used it yet. I had a feeling I hadn't in this. But these are the words. These words are great. And I plan on using them this weekend. So with the words, why is that on there? You get a nice, almost an Arial font. It isn't. It's some other kind of font. And a scripty font. I love the combination of the two. It's really pretty. Great all-purpose words. And then we have the perennial postage dies, which if you can kind of see in the catalog, I'm not going to hold the catalog up. And honestly, I can't even see my screen anymore. So, oh my. I raised my camera so high that, but let's open this. Again, I've been playing with a lot of products. This one I have not played with yet. I have used the paper and some other parts of it. But check this out. Check out those layered dies. They all have that postage edge. And I hope, I have no idea. But I'm just hoping. And then you could make a little tab or whatever, little circle tabs like those little office-y clasp things. And the little can emboss or impress. Probably cuts out too. The like cancel mark on mail. But how cute. You've got a few squares and you've got these great rectangles. I saw this in the catalog and that might have been one of the first things that I put out there. Again, I did not want the whole suite. I normally get whole suites. I did not this time. I was a little more choosy and selective. And so I just got the perennial postage bundle, and I mean, obviously I can still get the painted lavender bundle. That's available for a while longer. And then I also, I'm taking a lot of time tonight. I'm sorry, I'm trying to talk fast. I also got the purple fine shimmer gems. Let's get them out of the wrapper so you can see them a little better. Obviously, I've been using those. They're in 3, I believe it's Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape. Does it even say? No, they're Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather. I'm pretty sure those are Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather. Okay, so that's Berry Burst. Yeah, that makes sense. But check those out. They're obviously self-adhesive, which makes crafting easy. And they come in 2 sizes and 3 colors for a total of 150 gems. So 50 of each. So, yep, looks like 25 and 25. That's a lot of gems for $8 in the US. They're very pretty. They really are very pretty on a project. And now I'm trying to get them back in the package. Good luck. We'll deal with that later. And I also got and have been playing with these paper butterfly accents. I'm trying to keep a little bit of cellophane on here because otherwise they're just going to fall all over. But fine, we'll just do it this way. So they are paper. There is no coating on here, so you can ink them up on either side. So in other words, if you want, like, for example, this butterfly, if you wanted to face that way, you can ink it up on that side. Or if you want to make a mirror image, just flip it over and ink it up on that side. So that is the one advantage to these paper. And then you get 1, 2, 3, I can't count today, 5, and how many sheets? 40. So you get 8 sheets. So 8 sheets of 5 different butterflies. That's for $8. I can't math that. 8 divided by 40. Crunch. I don't know. What are they? 20, 25 cents a piece, something like that. Pretty cheap. Great deal, actually, for those beautiful. I don't know if they're laser cut or just cut. Doesn't matter. They're gorgeous. And then we have, and I know I've gone way off the rails tonight, but I really wanted to talk about this suite. The paper. This is the perennial lavender paper, and obviously I've been playing with that. This would make a gorgeous scrapbook page, or honestly, if you have purple in your room, I would just frame this. It's so pretty. I would just frame it. On the back, we have this great crumb cake and white, almost not quite wheat, but grassy looking situation. And then we have another sheet. I'm not going to open it all up, otherwise they're going to just fall all over right now. We have the 3 color purples in the kit, and that's also shaded spruce, if I'm not mistaken. I have to look. Shaded spruce, Lost Lagoon, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, Berry Burst, and Fresh Freesia. So we have that. You get 2 each of that. And on the back side, we have this beautiful, gorgeous grape and Highland Heather and white flower beauty situation. You could also try and fussy cut that out. That's for you, not me. I'm just saying. That looks like, what do they call that? You guys know, if you followed me for a while, I'm so horticulturally illiterate. Queen Anne's Lace? Sweet William? I don't know. Whatever. It's pretty. And it's almost photoreal. You could fussy cut out those beautiful little butterflies. That is very tempting to do. And so that's shaded spruce and Lost Lagoon, and that's like all the colors. And on the back here, that's a kind of a combination of shaded spruce and Lost Lagoon almost blended together with kind of a watercolor on the back side of that. I'm still going on, aren't I? Wow. Okay. Here's my husband's mocking me tonight. He's down here. Normally he's out of the space when I'm doing this. This also gorgeous sheet. You get 2 sheets of that. Oh, with the crumb cake. Oh man, I'm really digging that. The buffalo plaid on the back. Okay, so I'm looking at this paper going, you know, you could do something really fun with that, like cut it at a diagonal. And I don't know. I've seen a lot of fun with that. And then more, you know, flowery things that I don't know what they are. Gorgeous grape, kind of muted watercolor thing. Wow. That is pretty. You get 2 sheets of that, and the back of that is something. Jaded spruce, Lost Lagoon, crumb cake, and oh, it's almost mossy meadow, but not quite. Not a color in the kit, but almost. So lots of options. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this away because I'm going to make a mess otherwise. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the coordination. That is something new and a change coming to our paper pumpkin kits, and I've lost my instructions. Oh, here's the insert. So it did come. So this is now what, starting in January, we get this little insert thing, which, you know, you can fold in half. There's other things you can do with it. You could put it in to a little, one of those old 1990s, early aughts, flat CD envelopes that have the like circle window. That you can still get them, yes. There's lots of things you could do with that, but they are now giving you an image sheet with your stamp set. I freaking love that idea. Makes easier what the mess that I used to do when I'd ink up the whole thing, you know, try and yeah, just makes it easier. So I have gone completely off the rails, and that's okay. We're having fun. So flipping to the back of our January 2024 lovely lavender paper pumpkin kit, the coordinating colors are Berry Burst, Crushed Curry, Garden Green, Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Lost Lagoon, and Pretty Peacock. So a variation on the whole perennial lavender kit. It's more like in addition to. I think that's fantastic. So the kit will make 8 cards, 8 envelopes, and 4 tags. Well, that's switching it up. Was not what I was expecting. And don't forget, always, here are some alternates and places you can go to get more ideas for things you can do with your kit. Let us open up to the first interior instruction, and I have not opened up. You guys all know how much I love. This is the bane of my week right here every week. Oh my gosh. I understand they want to make sure they don't open up and all that. And they've gone to a different kind of like paper. Almost has a mylar feel to these, but just feel like I'm taking my life in my hands. And I know a lot of people successfully open them. It's just me and my arthritic hands that have trouble. But as you see, I didn't do too bad tonight. I didn't get hurt, and I didn't get all inked up yet. Put that back on there, my little gorgeous grape. That thing looks nice and juicy. And put aside my scissors. And just remember, for our stamping kits like paper pumpkin, if you want, you can use your foam mat. That helps because all our kits are always photopolymer, and that little extra give in the foam can help with the image. You need your block. Optional bone folder to give your nice sharp creases. You'll always need a scissor. And if you want a take your pick tool, you know, there's some other things. You don't need them. Really, at the very basic, you just need a scissor. I'm, of course, going to recommend the paper snips, but you know, whatever. I'm going to put this aside. Wow, that is just really nice to have. Thank you, Stampin' Up! For, let's see, this year we're coming up on 11 years of paper pumpkin. Wow. So it looks like we have, by the envelopes, we have 4 each of 2 styles. So we have one envelope with the Berry Burst and purple situation, and another with the like crumb cake and polka dots. Now, I've talked about this before. one alternate that I automatically see with these envelopes is, you know, they're going to rip and shred your envelope. I love a pretty envelope and never a naked envelope, but I see that as gorgeous paper. I would consider opening up that envelope and just using that as paper. So there's a tip right there. Just consider it. I didn't say do it. Just consider it. Yeah, there's a lot of gobbledygook in this set. That's cool. So did they give us? Where is that? Normally they say which one goes with what. They must have not had instruction, or nope. Oftentimes if they have room, they will say, you know, make this pile, make this pile. So we're kind of on our own here, people, and that's okay. I'm okay with this. What are we doing? I'm trying to look at what do we got going on here? Okay, so apparently step one, we're making the tags. We're just jumping in there. Where are the tags? Help me. I miss our little cheat sheet. Okay, so here they are, and I'm only going to make one each today, as I always do. So you will, on the piece with the beautiful lavender and the purple foil, you're going to want to, I wonder if we use this on a card. Bet we do, as a window. But we're going to make the tags, so you'll need to punch out that piece. And I like to get rid of my little holes there. We need to, and I'm going to stop right there because I'm going to go ahead and let's look at all the instructions. I like to get my stamping done right off the bat. I don't fool around with that. I like to stamp and then get that ink pad put away. So for the tag, we need just a little something for you. So let's go ahead and get that mounted up. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And my tip, you want to be able to see it. I like to line it up on grid paper. That's why I like to stamp on grid paper. And then prep. No sticky sound when I do that, so I know it's good. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to ink up just a little something for you on this piece, the almost a dog tag size piece. I'm going to leave it on the sheet because that's just easier to handle. Let's go ahead and get that inked up. Like that. And I always wash my stamps afterwards. And I just like to put them, so I know which ones need to be washed. I just put them on the loose cover sheet. And let's move on to, is that all the stamping? Yep. Step 2 stamping. Or project 2 in this case. Happy Valentine's Day. And we're going to stamp that on one of these long ones. And are you suffering from red box pileup? That's part of why I started these Let's Kit Togethers. You know, red box pileup is what they call when you had a box of unmade kits sitting in your corner. That looks pretty good. And line that up. Get that prepped. We're good. Anyway, yep, and you'll need to repeat this. So we have 4 cards, so you'll have to repeat it 4 times. Don't forget that. Just because I'm only doing one here doesn't mean you don't have others. Or do one the right way and then, or the kit way, and then they give you extra. So knock yourself out. Then number 3. Oh, we have a lot of stamping to do with number 3. Okay. With, that was what I was wondering on the rubber in the beginning. What is this with for? Yeah. It's just, I've never seen like a single word just kind of hang in there. With. I was wondering if it was an acronym for something. Okay, so we're going to stamp the with on one of these little guys with our gorgeous grape ink. Go ahead and get that done. And remember, you'll have to do it 4 times if you're making 4. They give you extra. Either use elsewhere or whatever. So with is done. Put that aside, and then we need to take our, ooh. And yes, I kind of jump around, but again, my comfort level is getting the stamping all out of the way and then moving on from there. Oh, that's the wrong way. You want the smooth side up so it can stick to your block. And we want to prep that. That sounds good. And we are stamping the pretty flower on this square gold foil white piece. And I'm going to leave it on the sheet for now. So we're going to stamp it right in the middle, according to our instructions. And now I can put that away. And we're just going to there we go. And now we are done with the stamping per the kit way. And we've got that great scripty love we can use elsewhere. And put that aside, and now we're going to flip back to our instruction 1. And again, I put so many of these kits together, I pretty much swear by my method of stamping everything first. Actually, first sorting things into piles, then stamping, and then going on from there. So we've got, I've got a giant pile off here where it is. So we went ahead and pulled our little tag off of our base sheet. We've got our just a little something that we stamped. So that's step 2 of the tag. So step 3, we need to find the rest of the pieces, which is one of our punch out sheets. Hi. It's not one of these. I'm trying to find what it is. Oh, they're over here. So we are going to take these great punch out pieces, or die cut pieces. Again, I recommend leaving them on the base sheet until you're ready. We're going to need this great, I believe that's garden green sheet. And you're going to bring in, we're going to need 12 inches of linen thread. That's what comes with the kit. Go ahead and get that. We're on step 2, we're on step 3, so the final parts. And don't forget, all our pumpkin kits come in imperial measurements, and the purchasable kits come in imperial and metric because they're international. So you can either use that, or you can use your gruded paper to measure out 12 inches. And there we go. And I always recommend, because it comes on those little spools, to do that. Get that spring kind of, get it unspringed a little bit first. So let's go back to our instructions. And we want There are a lot of pieces today. I lost my thingy. Help me. Oh my gosh, my scissors keep making noise too. Oh my gosh, you guys. The little dog tag thingy. I don't want to have to punch a new one. Or stamp a new one. It's somewhere. Oh my gosh. Where did it go? There it is. There it is. It just went sliding into my mess. So we need to flip this over, and by using the guide, that means we see the white side up, and we're going to put 2 dimensionals on the back of the little dog tag type shape piece. And then the little black solid dots are glue dots. So we need 3 glue dots. And again, you can use your take your pick tool, you can use scissors, or you can just use your fingernails to get these off. Keep the backing on them until you're ready to place them. And go. And let's go. So we're going to go ahead and take our green sprig and take the backing off the glue dots. Again, you'll have to do this for each one or do your own thing. I mean, the kits are also a great starting off point because you get all these great supplies to do your own thing. Either way is acceptable, and if you're watching, don't forget, I don't necessarily expect you to do the kit. It's just more of a craft along, and you can do your own thing too. And I know some of you do, and that's cool. Okay, they have that hanging off. Not sure how I feel about that, but we'll go for it. That is pretty though. And then we have to make the loop. You could just tie it. I like to take and put my loop through from front to back. And there is a reason. And then open up the loop and pull it. Because that way you get that nice finished loop. So if you go front to back, you get that nice little finished thing there. And then you have a tag to use. How cute is that? That's a little crooked there. Very pretty. So we'll put that one aside. We're moving along. Project 2, we need the polka dot card base. I'm going to put the rest of them aside because I'm getting quite the messy pile. We need the polka dot card base. We need where the tag came from. So that's why we did the tags first, because we need this. We need the big sprig from our other sheet. Okay, I've got this sheet out, so we need this purple sprig. Carefully remove it. Again, if you're making a pile and doing them assembly line style, punch them all out. Otherwise, if you're only making one right now, I would just pull out one. They're easier to store and handle if they're kept on their base sheet. We need the big giant green sprig thing. We need this one. And again, they were very generous. They gave us 6 of each of these labels this time, so I would honestly hold on to them. If this coordinates with February's kit, I would hold on to them to wait and see. We also need 12 more inches of the linen for this. Just going to go ahead and, rather than unfold my instructions, use my grid paper and make that not so springy. There we go. And so we've got our pieces. Okay, they're saying glue dots. Okay, so we're already on step 1. We've already done our stamping. They have it as step 3. That's fine. We could just bypass that. So actually, before we get started, I recommend because it looks like we're gonna start adding pieces already. Remember my tip, fold inside out. You don't need a bone folder to do this. Fold outside in. You really don't need a bone folder, and look at how flat that is. So let's go ahead and get our card base prepped. So step 1, we need to take our purple sprig, and we're going to put 2 glue dots on the front. I'm glad I've been a continuous Paper Pumpkin subscriber. They just keep getting better and better and better. Take the green sprig, because again, it's green on the instructions, so it's if it were white, we'd put the glue dots on the back, but it's not. We put them on the front. Backing just came off that one, and that's okay. And I'm going to take a water break. So then it looks like we take and remove the backing from our green piece. I'm on step 1 still, as you can see, and we're going to layer the green piece, the purple sprig over the green. I'm matching up those little bases there. And my glue dot just fell off. What? It's okay, they always give you a few extra. I don't know from where it went. That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead. Okay, so now we take, and that's step 1. Step 2, we're going to take, and it looks like we're going to flip our lavender window upside down or face down, and we're going to add a whole bunch of glue dot or dimensionals to it. Holy moly, 10. They're serious. 1, 2, 4, 1 on each end. Give that a lot of lift. I assume this is a lifted window then. Okay, that one got a little off. There. So we have that. We do our dimensionals. Oh, should not have put, okay. Doesn't say, again, our instructions have no words because they're global. So it looks like, so we put our dimensionals, hold off on that dimensional at the bottom of the window. We're going to go ahead and remove our glue dots from the front of the purple sprig, which is the front of this assembly. And we're going to put it in the corner. Again, you're all working kind of upside down. God, that is pretty. They are having it off, little offset, so it stays in the window. I get that. I get that now. Like that. And then we put the dimensional on. Okay. So no harm, no foul. Then it looks like we're going to go ahead and in step 2 still attach our layer here, our lifted layer with all the dimensionals. So get all those little backing pieces off. Keep a garbage can handy or a little basket or something. Make sure you are, you know, that is the right direction. We're going to add this layer. Wow, that is cute. Oh, that is cute. We got a little movement here, and it looks like they fluffed it out of the window where they could. Digging that. Ah, again, that is darn cute. Okay, so you could add a few glue dots behind that if you wanted, but I like the movement there. Really digging that movement. Okay. Step 3 is stamping. We've done that, so we want to take our stamped piece, flip it upside down, and we're going to add 3 dimensionals. No, we're going to add 2 dimensionals. Jeez, I was not following my instructions. So we add 2 dimensionals, and we get our linen thread, kind of loopy, into thirds. You fold it, so if it's 12, so about 4" per loop or line, something like that. You know me, if you followed me, I like to give it, because I feel that it just makes it a little more secure, I like to give it a little knot. I think you have the ability then to saying it, lay it that way, little flexibility, and you need a glue dot to hold that down. By doing that, I just feel you have a little more flexibility for how you want it to lay. You don't have to. It's just my personal preference. Add that little knot like that, because then you have a little more, play. It'll behave more for you. That's the way I'm trying to say it. So we want to take our backing off. Our greeting window. Bring our card in. Oh, is this a cute card? And we just overlay that toward the bottom and just over a little bit. So we've already got 2 absolutely stunning projects. We have 1 more card. Well, let's flip to those instructions. And we've already done step 1. Step 2. We need to bring in our, I have such a mess here. Trying to thin out my little pile here, because I know we're going to need this. I'm going to put my label sheet or greeting sheet aside. We need a Last Lagoon sprig. Put that one aside. We need okay, so we need one each of these single lavender sprigs, 1 shorter one and 1 tall one. We need our Scripty Love. Go ahead and remove it. Don't remove it from the sheet until you're ready. Again, they just store easier and easier to manage. And I'll put that aside. We need our foil square. We need, again, I'm just trying to get all my excess parts out of the way because they're about to fall on the ground. We need one of these card bases. And let's go ahead while we think of it and do our little trick. I'll show you what it's like without the bone folder. And look at how flat that gets. You really want it super flat. So this is printed both ways. So we have this gorgeous watercolor Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather watercolor on the back. And then we're going to use the Field of Flowers on the front. And we need one of these little just accent strips. So these are our pieces. So we're going to take and flip this upside down, because as it says, it's the white. So we want to see the white side up. And we need 5 dimensionals on the back of that. God, this makes me really excited for next month's kit, which all I know is it's supposed to coordinate. I really need to. I try not to peek, honestly. It's not that I'm not interested, and we need another 12-inch piece. We'll just use our grid. I really don't like to peek. I like surprises. As crazy as that sounds, so we're going to do a little traditional bow with this one. Yep, let's go ahead and get that ready. I'm happy with that. And so Going back to step 2, we put our dimensionals on the back of the white square with the gold foil. We have our card base, and it looks like it's time to attach that. So if you have trouble with your backing on your dimensionals, to squish your thumbnail, they just pop right off. I haven't shared that tip in a while. I don't think I have. You can use your take your pick tool, you can use your scissors, or you can use your thumbnail. Thumbnail just kind of gently releases that adhesive. And center that. Okay. We're in the home stretch of this kit. Step 3, we're going to take and put a bunch of glue dots on the back of stuff. And we don't need that. Looks like we need our love in step 4. So we need to take and flip our green sprig and our 2 purple sprigs. And we need some glue dots. We need 2 glue dots on the back of the bottom 2 little bunches of flowers on the shorter lavender, and 2 glue dots, one here and one here is what they're recommending, probably because of the way it's going to layer. So we'll go up second bunch of flowers and up to kind of the top of the 4th bunch. You can see that. And then our little green sprig. We need 2 glue dots for that. Put one on a leaf here. Put one on the base of the duo. Put these aside. And we're going to go ahead and attach these. So it looks like the green sprig goes down first. Peel the backing, get the backing off. Make sure, give them a little extra squeeze to make sure those glue dots went down and are attaching to your paper. You can use your fingernail or whatever to get that backing off. And we're going to go ahead and put that kind of off at an angle from the base of what kind of goes off. Like that. And then, okay, they put down the big, long, skinnier purple lavender sprig first. Backing off of that. I can tell by the picture it's kind of hard. That's part of why I have these, gal. Okay, and just kind of lay that like that. Take the backing off the shorter, wider lavender sprig. And we're gonna put that swinging off on its own over there in a little bunch. And we need another glue dot. They say put it on the knot of your bow, okay, of your linen thread bow, okay. I'll bite. I suppose that way you can take the backing off. I might advise to put the glue dot down first and then put, yeah, we're going to do that. Where are we going to release? Nope, we're not. I'm going to put the glue dot down on the paper where I want it. Yep, that's easier, folks. They say put it on your ribbon. I say put it on where you want it on your paper. And you can kind of take your fingernails and hide it. Much easier and took way less time. So we're in the final step. So we want to take this gorgeous purple piece. So I noticed that they have the lighter part on the top. You're super picky like that. And we're going to put 3 dimensionals behind that. 1, 2, and 3. We need to bring over our love and flip it upside down. And glue dots. At the swoop of the L. They're saying only 2. Okay. And in the E. And then we need to do, and for those that have been dimensional users for a long time, bring your width over, flip it upside down. We're going to take an edge piece. I use my entire sheet. I can't quite reach the one that I have next to me. And we're just going to use a part of a sheet. We don't need the whole hexagon shape. I took that off too soon, but use those edges too. That's wasted product if you're not using the edges on your dimensional sheet. They're good, just as good adhesive as anything. So I want to go ahead and take the backing off of our dimensionals on that purple watercolor piece. Make sure, if you're really selective, that that lighter part goes up, because that's what they have. I'm going to lay that down over that whole thing, so it's going to cover up the knot like that. Center it. Then we grab our love, take the backing paper off of our glue dots, put that over however you'd like it. And now we need our width. I already took the backing off because kind of jumped ahead there. And there we have it. And that is the lovely Lavender January 2024 Paper Pumpkin Kit from Stampin' Up. And that coordinates with the Perennial Lavender, which you're going to have to go back and watch from the beginning if you missed that. So what we have in this kit is we have these gorgeous gift tags. It makes 4 of those. Is that right? Yep. So 4 tags, 4 cards. What envelopes? So this envelope goes with that one. And then we have another envelope that goes with the other card. Gorgeous, as in gorgeous grape. And there's our kit. And we're done. Well, you have more to make if you want to complete the kit, but there's your instructions for the base kit to get you started. And by all means, you could mix and match. I'm already thinking of some ideas. So, like I said, you don't have to use an envelope. You've got white envelopes, or you should. You could cut this apart and use it as paper. But don't forget to stamp or do something. Never a naked envelope. And with that, I thank you for joining me on this edition of Let's Kit Together. Next week is, I'm not sure if it's next week. Stay tuned here. That's all I can say. Stay tuned here. I don't have my schedule in front of me, and we'll see you in the next one. And stay tuned for my daily pop-up lives, odd days on Facebook right here, even days on Instagram, where I will share mostly creative stuff, fun stuff. And we'll see ya. Bye.